Hi, how are you? It's Travis here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Hardcore Warrior.
Hi.
Today, we are back in Undercity, guys, and we had some successful runs in Scarlet Monastery last episode. Happy about that. Got ourselves a new weapon that we will be leveling up today. Mograine Smite. 17 stamina, 16 spirit, 38.9 damage per second. And the top end damage of it is 131 damage, which is one less than the Corpse Maker. The Corpse Maker does have 15 strength, which does help quite a bit, but I doubt it makes up for the plus 10 damage per second. We will see. When we crit, it should be around the same damage. We just swing faster, which is good because that means we build rage faster. And believe it or not, like, I think tanking with the two-hander, it is good to have a faster weapon. Like, usually, you know, having faster weapons helps. Because you will get the initial hit before the other warriors. And, you know, your hits will build up over time. But the thing is, if they have a weapon that is, you know, much better than ours, like a whirlwind axe with fiery weapon on it, then yeah, obviously we're not going to be able to hold aggro. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. This should be an upgrade, I think. And our skill is currently at 80. So we got quite a ways to go to get it up to 190. So today will most likely just be swinging this mace episode, I guess. I think we'll go to the Highlands. Good time to do mining as well. I'm going to pick up a quest here called Bring the End.
In the Barrens lies a horrid mess of tangled vines called Razorfen Downs. While our first observations of this place revealed little threat, our recent findings are much more serious. The Quillbore of Razorfen Downs have aligned themselves with the Scourge. A lich named Amnenar the Coldbringer rules them now, using the power of his massive consciousness to control their every move. Amnenar has a direct telepathic link to Ner'zhul. We must sever this bond, adventurer. An end must come to the Coldbringer.
Alright, so there we go. We now have a quest for Razorfen Downs, which will be the next dungeon we go to after we are done with Scarlet Monastery. Some pretty good loot in there too that we will want to get. So let's go have a chat here with Michael Garrett. And we'll head back down to Hammerfall. We'll just run around, smack some spiders. I think we'll start with raptors, see how it goes.
How may I be of service?
If we get into trouble, we can always just, you know, switch to the Corpse Maker and finish them off. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys are doing well today. I am doing pretty good. The complaints on, you know, inflation in World of Warcraft anniversary servers is rampant. And this guy, I've seen him, there's some pretty long posts. Like, people are putting a lot of thought into it. People are writing essays about the problem with the server. This guy wrote, "It's time to accept reality. In Classic WoW, more time is spent farming consumables every week than raiding. In 2019 Classic, if you wanted to flask and use full consumes, it required a good 2 to 4 hours of farming gold every week. Even now in 2025 Classic, it takes the same 2 to 4 hours of farming to afford full consumes every week doing the exact same farms. So what all has changed between now and 2019? Well, lots of things. But not all are relevant. The main things would be, well, one is GDKPs, I'll tell you that much. You can't do GDKPs to get consumes anymore, which sucks. But GDKPs weren't that popular until like AQ40, stuff like that. They became a little more popular. I remember I actually tanked a lot of GDKPs when my guild stopped doing multi-core. And like weeks where I, you know, couldn't make a Blackwing lair, then I would hop in and tank a GDKP, and usually tanks and healers get a bonus for tanking and healing. And I paid for consumes that way. It was pretty good. Much better than selling ports and water as with my mage. That's another way I would make gold. But it's I kind of like GDKPs. Some people hate them because it does promote gold selling and gold buying, but what's going on with the market? Like, why the heck are these items so expensive? Like, people are buying gold, right? I think this helps gold buyers even more because the gold is harder to get. But who knows? I think GDKPs could help. I think this person, well, I look and this guy thinks GDKP is one of the answers. But here's his list. This is the main things that have changed. Layers 2019 Classic, my server had 8K rating pop with 2 to 3 layers normally. Maybe played on Fairlane. Fairlane had quite a bit. Now with a 27,000 rating population, we usually cap out at 5 layers on Night Slayer US. They have that many people rating now. I don't know if he's right about that. I don't know if the numbers are that high. Maybe he was on a smaller server, actually. I don't know. Because I remember the rating number. You can actually check the rating, like, numbers, like how many people were rating on, I think it's called ironforge.pro. And it'll tell you how many people are rating on the servers that you're playing on. Another change is no PvP rank decay. In a version of WoW where the 40-man raid drop 2 items per boss, this means that the ranking to 11 in Phase 2 is more than worth your time, and now in 2 weeks, we get to spend another 5 weeks ranking to 14 to farm gear that will more than likely be wearing for the rest of Classic if you're a melee class. Yeah, it's true. It's pretty good warrior gear. And then the GDKP ban, yeah, that's a big change. If you were somebody who enjoyed raiding on alts, and funding your raid consumes with gold made from raiding rather than farming, you probably aren't playing Classic fresh or just raiding one character with your friends. Overall, GDKP was good for getting your consumes, and you can't do that anymore, so people are probably sick of these boring farms they have to do. Because raiding for gold is fun. You're playing the game. You're getting gold. There's a little bit of a random chance element. Sometimes you get into a raid where the gear that drops sucks and you don't get a lot of gold. Sometimes you get into a run where, you know, Altherian's Tear drops in Blackwing Lair and you make a bunch of gold. So there's a little, like, you know, RNG element which is kind of fun. And if you get enough gold, you can buy gold. I had somebody in my guild that had over 100,000 gold in TBC just from doing GDKPs. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's one way to deal with it. Well, so let's see if we can level up this raptor. And another thing too is that some classes just suck at now we'll do here. Did them all. Yeah, some classes just suck at farming gold. One a warrior, another one a priest. Rogue's like alright. But a lot of classes kind of suck at farming gold. Okay, so we got up to 100. Let's switch to Corpse Maker now and kill this raptor. Gotta watch out here. Should have got a decent amount. We got a little bit of silk. Any ore up here? think so. Stick with the Raptors. But yeah, if I would consider leveling a priest alt. You know? If GDKPs existed, because then you could, you know, make good gold on a priest. Because a lot of people pay extra for priest. This guy busts me up and now he's losing aggro. I'll slow him down for you. He's like, why did I help this guy? There you go. Gave me some buffs, kind guy. Yeah, you know, speaking of priests, right? Got some buffs. They should be able to get gold by doing GDKPs. There you go, that was a good hit. We know the crits hit pretty hard after seeing that. Like a 460 crit with an overpower. And these swings actually level it up faster when you spam like abilities like hamstring and Sunder Armor. Hamstring's probably a little bit better because it costs a little less rage, but it is considered a melee hit. We're already at 118, which is pretty good. I think we need to be like 160, 150 to start getting consistent hits on these mobs. Look at that big crit. And the swing speed's pretty fast, so it won't take as long to level up. Yeah, these are his like reasons why he thinks GDKP is good. So how do we slow down the evasion and gold mine? Let's run GDKP. I don't think that will slow down gold mine. That'll probably increase it. But the thing is, if you can't stop people from buying gold, like no matter what, then allow the people that don't buy gold to get the gold from the people who buy gold. And that's how, that's through GDKPs. Because people just buy the gold and they get their consumes. That's pretty much it. And it's just impossible to stop gold buying. It's another problem. Unless they remove trading in the auction house from the game. I think that would be awesome if they did that. Just for like one server as a test. You have to farm your own consumes. All that stuff. Kind of sucks for mages because they can't, you know, give people water and food, but they can make their own water and food. Still kind of cool. But yeah, no, can't trade like BOEs and gear, which would suck. That would suck during raids and dungeons. Like you want to give somebody a piece or you're like the loot master. They'd have to do loot like right after the boss, so it would kind of slow raids down a little bit. Because what we used to do is then we would kill a boss and just to keep the raid moving, like the loot master would pick it up, and then we would come on, kill him. There you go. Loot master would pick it up and we'd just keep going, and then at the end of the raid we'd give out the loot. Or the loot master just trade it to people while they're running. Because we would know who's getting what before it even dropped. Because of a loot list. And then say there was like a little bit of like 2 people are up for the same piece, they would just tell them to roll, and then whoever wins the roll would get it. Or, you know, the loot council would just decide. But yeah, he says GDKPs encourages raiding on all. So that means more players leveling and farming level 60 dungeons. Yeah, that's true. It does promote all vaults. Sure does. GDKP offers more flexibility in raid schedule, allowing me to raid more alts when I have time, while not being committed to a weekly guild run. Yeah, another great thing about GDKP is you just show up when you want. You can still do that though today with other runs that aren't GDKP, like the pug runs. But GDKP runs are usually better than those like soft reserve like runs where people like reserve items with the hope to get them. And the reason why they're better is because GDKPs bring people into the raid that don't need gear, and they just there for gold. So, and then they carry the people that aren't too bad, that don't really have great loot through the raid. And the runs are smooth, right? And if you want like a smooth raid, you don't want like wipes, like a bunch of wipes, then those runs the GDKPs are usually pretty good for that. There we go. We're already at 142. GDKPs are a more casual raid environment. Everybody just wants a quick and clean raid. That's true. I don't know if it's casual though. We all want the best items to drop on every boss. It's just positive raid environment all around. We all want the mage blade to drop, and if we don't have the gold to win it this week, we'll be that much closer next time it drops, because yeah, you get gold. And we just got the brutal war axe of the boar. 7 spirit, 7 strength, 20.3 damage per second. If you enjoy the loot system, you can raid more than one character and continue to farm gold. When I first started running them, I was so confused when people would drop what I thought were insane amounts of gold for upgrades. Yeah, it's because they buy gold. Right? They buy insane amounts of gold. People pay like $1,000 in gold for certain items. Like say a binding drops in a raid in like Molten Core or GDKP, thousands of gold, over $1,000 worth of gold will be spent. Just like, I don't know, like 10,000, more than that, 100,000. I've been in GDKPs where like over 100,000 gold has been spent multiple times. Okay, switching weapons here. We'll be okay. Trap me. We're trapped. Here, let's get a food buff. But they're good. GDKPs are good, but it turns the game into like a low-key pay-to-win game. Depends what you consider winning is. If winning's getting the best gear in the game, then yeah. But can you... Yeah, and then you could grieve people with that gear. I guess so, yeah. It just can't hurt players. Turns the game into pay-to-win, but the game's already pay-to-win. You know, you can buy consumes, right? You can even buy like your character to get leveled for you, like it, which is also, you know, kind of pay to win too. They can't eliminate, you know, real money trading, and the game's just going to be pay to win. But the cool thing about WoW is that, you know, the experience, it doesn't really have, like the pay to win aspect doesn't really affect you if you're just into leveling, like what I'm doing here. Especially if you're, you know, a self-found adventurer that's not using the auction house or trading, like it doesn't affect you at all. Maybe a little bit because we get into dungeon groups where people have like insane enchants on their on their weapons, and they buy these like OP BOEs to level with. Like every dungeon we get into, we always see somebody with like fiery weapon on their weapons. I think that's ridiculous. It's probably not that expensive though. But it does make your character pretty damn strong. Like, you know, if you're a level 35 warrior with a whirlwind axe with fiery weapon on it, like you're a beast. I could swap weapons here. But a lot of people disagreed with him too. He got like 0 upvotes. This one comment was like, the time you spent writing this essay, you could have farmed some gold. Yeah, people get sick of farming gold. Because you're competing with the people who buy it. And the bots. You know, I mean, you're pretty much a bot if you're farming gold. That's kind of how I look at it. Pretty much a bot. You're out there with other bots, like farming. I don't know. It sucks. You're competing with bots on the auction house. Like, they sell stuff on the auction house too, right? But yeah, some people just don't like GDKP because it does really make the game like purely pay to win. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. Overall, the real money trading people win regardless. Do GDKP? They're doing, you know, it's great for them. You don't. It's still good. People are still buying gold. All right, 147 now. We're actually starting to get some hits in here. Quite a ways to go to 195, though. Start focusing on spiders after this. At least we'll get a little bit of XP. And we'll focus on getting some iron. Just like run around here. Maybe we'll go do this quest and get the bloodstone amulets. But yeah, GDKP is lame. I agree. But I think if the way I look at it, if real money trading is in the game and they're not stopping bots, then GDKP helps players. Because the game's already like infested with bots and gold, and the economy's already messed up. So I don't know. GDKP kind of brings like a middle ground to it, but it helps the real money trading because it promotes it. It's kind of a tough spot. You know, it'd be good to remove layering. But then the bots would never log off. But people would be hunting down bots. If you have friends trying to log in and they're in a queue and there's a bot out there farming, you're gonna make sure he gets kicked off. It's hard to find like a balance to how to stop it, but I think the only way to stop it is to remove trading and the auction house from the game. I would play on that server. That would be my favorite server if they had that. Like, because you know, if somebody has like a Flask of Supreme Power, they are a herbalist and also an alchemist, and they farmed to get, you know, that recipe themselves, and they deserve that flask. They got to just remove it from the game. I don't know, just remove trading. Some people would be against it, but I think if they gave it a try, that server would become pretty damn popular. And if Blizzard did a little bit of work, maybe they could do trading to your alts. You know what I mean? You can only trade to your alts or your characters on your account. You can only send mail to characters on your account, stuff like that. Because there's no need to have a mailbox anymore, right? Because you can't send anything to anybody. You can't mail either. Unless it's like, I don't know, they'd have to figure it out. I think it would be awesome, man. It would just be a self-found server. That's the answer. like don't have GDKPs. Just have a server that's self-found. That's what people would want. They have that in like action RPGs like Diablo 3. I think Diablo 4 has self-found. I know Path of Exile does as well. Yeah, I think that would be the answer, man. And the rating environment would change. People would be like, "Oh, I'm an like, you can't expect people to have the flasks because, you know, maybe they're not alchemy, like maybe they're engineering. They don't have herbalism alchemy. And if you want the flask, you'll have to get maybe an alt, or maybe they don't have the alt thing. But the only way you should be able to get it is if you have an alt that sends you the flasks. And that alt can only send the flasks to you. Well, we'll see. See if that ever happens. But Blizzard kind of likes these, you think Blizzard kind of likes these real money trading people? Because they pay subscriptions, right? And whenever they do ban waves, they just come back and buy more subscriptions, or they, you know, buy War Within or whatever game they're you know, botting on. What are we doing? 155? Not bad. I'm just going to focus on mobs that give us XP now. Yeah, it's just my little rant about it. It's kind of just going over it all with myself, I guess. Yeah, GDKPs, I agree with the community on that. They are kind of lame, but you got to stop real money trading. That's the main problem. The next thing you know, we'll see the WoW token in vanilla. I think this version is the only version that doesn't have a token yet. I know Cataclysm has it. Yeah, I know Retail has WoW token. But vanilla in Classic Era doesn't have it. But the way it is, you might as well have a WoW token, right? People are buying gold. You can't stop the botters from selling it. So. So you might, just like GDKPs, you might as well have GDKPs. You might as well just have a WoW token. And I know people are like, want to barf when they hear that, but you have to stop the real money trading. The funny thing, though, you'll see, like, in groups, if there was, like, no trading allowed, the people would just pick up loot and be like, oh, man, I forgot, I can't trade it. Like, if they were loot master, they'd have to change something with that. Or you just make it role-based. Could do the rolls. But I think they have it, like, I've done loot master before. You don't pick up the loot right away. You know, you can look at the loot and then pick who gets it. So I think that's how it would go. So you don't really, like, pick it up so it doesn't get, like, locked to you or become soulbound, as they would say. All right, we're getting close here. This quest is a little interesting. There's actually, like, stealth here. We're going to be fighting the Syndicate. Almost at 160. Starting to wonder if this weapon's any good. It's not bad, like we swing fast. Pretty much almost the same speed as the spider here. Not too sure if it's better than Corpse Maker. Yeah, it swings faster, but I think Corpse Maker does hit harder. We'll make our way over here. We're at the Northfold Manor. And we have to get amulets. There are some stealthies around here we have to watch out for. But I think at our current level... Oh, this is brutal. Yeah, we're too high of a level for this crap. Maybe we won't do it. Actually, some are 32. But this hunter's here. You hear that? That's the stealthies. It's good that we can see them. It's a nice hit there. It's taking a while to level this up, though. This will be like probably the last time we level up a weapon. Because once we get Whirlwind Axe, I don't think we'll be leveling up many weapons anymore. We're just going to stick with two-handed axes all the way to 60. But I think this mace is worth leveling up. It does give us a bit more stam. Not too sure if it's better, though. It hits hard, but I don't think... Yeah, I don't think it hits as hard. So these guys are 39. Kind of tough. Can't attack them with this weapon yet. There's a couple people farming this quest here. Looks like there's a druid. And a hunter here. I just want to get to 180. If we get to 180, we can do a SM library. Hit the cows here. We got a good shot there. You can really see too many cows in WoW. There's a nice cow right there. Look at that, staying still for the camera. Yeah, we're not going to get any. There's too many people here. Let's get out of here. We're not finishing this quest. But there is an iron deposit over here, so let's go get that. We'll just stick with the spiders and the raptors. And once we get 180, then we can get back into Scarlet Monastery. These two are kind of close. There's another ore over here we should get. Still need some more heavy stone. Oh, it's good. Got 3 there. Yeah, we'll just head back now. Try to level it up a little bit more. It's taken a while, but I think it's worth it. I hope. I don't know. We'll see. I think we're still too low to hit these guys. We're missing a lot, right? But this weapon sucks. It really does. Like for the level it sucks, but it's 10 levels higher than than the Corpse Maker, so. It's sort of on par with it. Like we're losing attack power. By not having a Horse Maker up. Because it gives us 15 strength. That's quite a bit, but we're gaining survivability. Because this only has 8 stamina. While the Mograin's Might here has 17, so almost 100 health right there. So that's a bonus. I guess it's like, does this around the same amount of damage, gives us like 90 health. And there's some good maces like later on. I think Uldum might have one. Uldaman. Yeah, the Rock Pounder. Rock Pounder's a beast weapon, man. It's arguably better. It is better than Whirlwind Axe at that level. If you get it, if we got this level 44 or even higher, improves your chance to get a critical strike by 2, 5 strength, 42.7 damage per second. It's a slow swinging weapon, so the damage is high, 190 at the end there. So your crits are pretty damn big. It's better than and the crit, yeah, it's much better than Whirlwind Axe. If you get it though. It's pretty hard to get that weapon. It has to drop. The drop rate is 13%, and this is the last boss in Uldaman, which is a pretty big dungeon. And it's a scary dungeon to do in hardcore because there's that part where you fight all of these like stone constructs, and they can't be CC'd. So if you pull a bunch of them, they can't be slowed or anything. Like you just have to fight. So they're kind of rough to deal with. Wish the elementals for the Whirlwind Axe were we're not so high of a level, maybe we could... I would have the confidence to fight him with this weapon. We're getting there, though. But I think we need our skill to be at least at 190 to start fighting those elementals. Keep an eye out for some more iron on the way back. It's not bad. We swing pretty fast. Like, the hits aren't like 300, but neither was Corpse Maker, right? Like, let's check out the Corpse Maker. Actually, I don't want it. We want to get as many swings in as we can, but actually we'll do it after this. See which one takes longer. So we're actually starting to hit them now. Not really counting, but go off like how I feel about it. It's pretty fast. Put the Corpse Maker on. Don't pull too many. It's pretty much the same. Just much slower swing speed. Okay. We got a crit there. That changed a lot. You don't get crits like that with this. We haven't seen a crit like that with this. The 500 plus damage crit with the heroic strike. The heroic strike's around the same though. It's like 200 damage for like a basic heroic strike. Let's try to get one with the crit here. Yeah, it just doesn't crit ever. White hits are like 162. It's not too bad. See what white hits are like with the Corpse Maker. Put it on here. Missed. That's one thing about Corpse Maker. 187. Yeah, it hits harder. 211. 183 there. 192. 254 heroic strike. 51 heroic strike. Yeah, it's better. That's sad, man. Mograne's Might sucks. I don't even know if I should use this weapon. The plus 90 stam's nice. That's about it. Or plus 90 health. Ah, there we go. 218. Yeah, the heroic strikes are like 40 more damage. 20 more damage on the white hits, pretty much. And that's just the strength. The 15 strength on it. That strength is a big deal. I wonder how much attack power that is. Is that like 30 attack power? We have 158 strength. So we have 82 base strength, and then with our loot, we could have 76 extra. I'm not too sure how much attack power you get from strength. I'm assuming 2? I have to look that up. We got our two-handed maces to 168. It's not too bad. Gonna head up here and see if there's any ore. Usually there's like an ore up here. Yeah, maybe we'll just use the axe, guys. I leveled this up for no reason. It's not bad. It hits faster. Supposedly the damage per second is higher. That's true. We didn't factor that in. You know, we are hitting faster by 1 second. So even though, you know, our damage is a little bit less, we are hitting faster. It's probably the same. Yeah, no ores there. 145. Another axe is hidden for like 200. I don't know. It's a tough call. Got 176 there. It's 163. It's more like it. You can dump rage faster with heroic strikes with this weapon, just because, you know, it speeds faster. Full on loot here. Probably one more. We'll try to get to 170. Some spiders around there. Our bags are full. Rarely ever get crits with this. Oh yeah, it's another thing. Reason why the axe is better. Can't believe I forgot about this. Axe spec. Increase the critical strike chance with axes by 5%. You also have... So that's why we see more crits. Another probably reason why the axe is better. Axe spec does help quite a bit. Alright, so let's sell some junk here.
As the wind on the plains, you are always welcome here.
Whatever we're not going to use. Keep the raptor flesh for now. It's a nice axe, but we'll sell it. And sell this neck. Then we'll hearth back to Tundra City. Got to 169 with the mace. I think we might just use the axe. Right? I was hoping it would be better. It's just a little experiment, but after like axe, you know, factoring axe specialization as well, the axe is just, I don't know, it's a better weapon. This is a little safer though. But it's only 9 stamps, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's make some blasting powder here.
Hello.
Where are we at for blasting powder? Got... Should have 30 now. That's good. That means we can actually get a little further in engineering.
Beware the living.
Maybe we'll do that next episode, guys. Maybe we'll check out engineering. If not, we'll most likely be in another Scarlet Monster group. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.